Is this what everybody else is seeing?
Come, gather round, everyone. They're about to talk Disney. I am still so confused as to whether I'm going to eat at Connections or Creations. So the only way I can keep them straight is I have to think, okay, well, my mouth connects to my stomach, so I guess that's Connections.
So I call Catherine to see how dinner at the restaurant is going, and she says, I can't talk to you right now. I'm talking to Mickey. So I'm like, okay, here's the big cheese. I get it. And then she says, hold on, he wants to talk to you. So she FaceTimes me, and I'm FaceTiming with Mickey as I'm getting ready for the podcast.
I don't understand why people spend hard-earned money on a Mickey ice cream sandwich in the parks. I mean, we literally all have ice cream sandwiches in our freezers at home. We don't have Mickey bars. From the mind and creator of the Disney YouTube channel Living in Diz comes a whole new Disney podcast. Okay, can we talk some serious Disney here now? Nope. Get ready for all the Disney knowledge that you can handle. It's Corey. It's Lawrence. It's the Diz Pod.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts. Head over to Disney Podcast Family.
All right, welcome everyone, and this is the our very first annual Valentine's podcast, and I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be fun. It's amazed is that we were able to get this beauty on today because I've been trying to get her on for a long time, for a year, and we haven't been able to. So thank you for coming on. This is, if anybody's watching or listening, this is my wife, as you may know him, Tammy. Say hello.
Hello.
Closer.
I'm a busy mom.
She's a busy mom. So we have to share the microphone because we're not that sophisticated. So we'll be going back and forth like that. And who are we looking at here? What's her name?
And this is my better half, Catherine.
That's me.
Let's see. All right. Well, we got some things planned for this, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who celebrated today, and you can let us know in the chat what you did to celebrate today, because not everybody celebrates. We don't go all out. The biggest tradition we have is tell everybody what you did today, and we've been doing it for how many years? You think?
I make chocolate covered strawberries.
Close, really close.
I make chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah, and I actually had a photo of it. I'll bring it in a moment. No, I'll bring it in. So today we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play a little newlywed game to see how much we really do know each other. And so you think you know your spouse, you think you know your partner. We're gonna find out about that, and we are gonna tell our stories of how we met. And I've told Lawrence some. And does anybody know in chat exactly how we met? Because I've told it on several platforms, and it's certainly a story that I've been told. Do you think our story,
Corey, how you and I met?
Well, that's the bromance. I mean, we might as well.
I don't think you have enough time for that story.
For the bromance, or you and me? Her and me. I told Lawrence that I can tell that story in an hour. It takes me an hour to tell it, but I'm good at cutting it down as well. So we'll shave it down a little bit for you all, not to bore you too much. I know the hopeless romantics would love to know the entire story, but I'll cut it down. It'll be good. So we're gonna do that, and we have some top movies that are on Disney Plus right now of the romantic type that you might want to check out on this evening. We'll give you some choices with that. So I think we got a fun Valentine's Day show planned. Oh, Sharon Hecker said in school when you were 16. That is correct. Mm-hmm. Hey, Lance Myers. He says Valentine's Day today was my parents' 59th wedding anniversary, and I took them to Whispering Canyon. That is, yeah, that's a Maze Diz right there. That's good.
That's a romantic dinner.
I hope Finley takes us to Whispering Canyon in 59 years or however long. She just yelled out, "Why did you say my name?"
That's
so
good.
Steve is on his way out with Tony for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Steve and Tony.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day to you and everyone watching and listening. So let's see. I guess we should just get right into it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. I'm just going to bring in right now. Here is for all of you watching, and if you're listening on the YouTube app, you can flip that switch and go from listening to viewing. But here is what Tammy did today. So you were asking earlier, she uses the Baker's dipping chocolate, and you microwave it. And I was telling him how for the 20-something years you and I have been together, you have never burned a single thing. And I would burn the heck out of this. So yeah, I mean, any cooking tips with this?
You burn everything. It literally, it's a minute and a half in the microwave.
Yeah, I'd put it in for a minute and a half, and then I would stir it, and I'd be like, this needs to be hotter. And then next thing you know, it's all burnt and dry, right?
For sure.
No, that's the easy one to do. I'm trying to remember what we use the bakers for. Something else, I think, at Christmas time.
I can't remember.
It was something at Christmas time, but that makes it really easy.
I'm too busy of a mom, and I worked today, but we went to Wegmans at work, and I bought my chocolate-covered strawberries. Happy Valentine's Day.
There you go. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
How about that?
Yeah, mine aren't homemade. Sorry.
No, that's all good. Hold on, let me see if I can.
I got them from Wegmans.
Well, the reason why I make as many as I do is because Jillian will probably eat half of those tonight.
I mean, these are some strawberries.
Wow. Look at how fancy those are.
Yeah.
Huge. That one has peanut butter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my. Ooh. Do they make dipping chocolate like peanut butter?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say that's a good idea. I might just go dip some of that in peanut butter.
Actually, we should patent that idea and trademark it and copyright it and everything else.
I like it.
Peanut butter covered strawberries.
Peanut butter dipping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take my microphone off the stand and we can pass it around.
Yeah, that might be easier.
Hold it between the two of you like an umbrella.
I thought you were going to say something like a bouquet of flowers.
I thought you were going to come out with a bouquet of flowers from under the table.
Yeah, those are large strawberries. Somebody use a little extra strawberry baking on that. So we can talk about, you want to start with the story of how each of us met?
Yeah, why don't you start? I'm going to disconnect this microphone for a second. Yeah.
It was a rainy day. 2007.
It was not raining.
It was raining.
Was
I have a picture proof.
Okay.
That day, I was transferring from Fayetteville, North Carolina to New York. I worked at Babbage's, which is GameStop. And I was transferring from state to state, but they insisted that I go and interview at the other store that I was transferring to. And it was a semi-rainy day, and I was waiting for the bus in Astoria, and I was underneath the airplane flight path, and I took a picture of an airplane passing over me, and that's why I know the date that we met, and also that I know that it's raining. It was sometime in April. I forgot. But Facebook will remind me.
So, so she was on her way to interview at that store. I was an acting district manager for GameStop at the time and had to go pick up some paperwork from that store. And so I was talking to the store manager in the middle of his interview with Katherine. And then maybe about a month later,
Probably.
we were opening a new store and we needed help from around the district. And Justin sent Katherine over. And that's when she told me that she was going to quit.
Oh my God, he was the worst.
Because she did not like that manager at all. So she was going to quit.
My very first day, he just left me in front of the store and just left. Like, I didn't have keys. I didn't know where anything was. And he just left me to man the store by myself. It's not like I was in a management position. I was just a lowly employee. And yeah, just left me.
So when she said she was going to quit, I was like, no, don't do that. I need plenty of help at my store. So we got her to come over and start working at my store part-time. And then...
Wait, tell them about that first day when I was working. And I was there the first day.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours or so. He was the only one that I knew. It was a mall store, so it was super busy. And he kind of like got me situated, and then he goes to the back, gets his stuff, and gets ready to leave. And I was like, "Oh, you're leaving?" And he said that's when he was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So
got me.
So I stayed after working all day from 9 o'clock in the morning, stayed till we closed the store. And then for the 4th of July, we were all going to go out. Evan Almighty had just come out, the sequel to Bruce Almighty. And so a bunch of us from the store were supposed to go out to watch it. And it was also raining that day.
It was raining that day.
It was also raining that day. And so a bunch of us were supposed to go out. Everybody backed out except for Katherine and I. So we went to, what did we eat?
Applebee's.
So we went to Applebee's, and then we went to see, or we went to Bruce Almighty first, I think, or Evan Almighty first, and then went to Applebee's. So we consider that our first date,
which was July 4th, which we also now consider our anniversary,
right?
Because of it.
Yep. So fireworks are very big for us in our relationship because of 4th of July, and so that's why we love Epcot and going to any Disney park really for that week. But we've also done DC fireworks.
Amazing.
Wilmington.
They're like right in front of you.
Yeah. Wilmington and New York.
Very nice. Let me know. Jacob was texting me. He said that he could hear Tammy and I really well from this spot. What do you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. How about you? Say something.
Hello?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. All right. Very good then.
He's watching you.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. He's watching.
Good.
I'll put it up here a little bit.
Put that up there. You might want to leave that up all day.
I'll put that up on screen for you.
Lawrence, you need to marry that girl.
Yeah, when's the big day?
Well said. Should we put pressure on them, everybody?
Yes.
Should we put pressure on them?
Yes.
I am very close to them, and I don't know. I don't know the whole thing.
Corey, do you want me to put a poll in chat?
Yes. Should they or should they tie the knot in 2024?
Ooh.
So, people used to say to me, like, "Oh, your husband," or refer to him as my husband, and I'm like, "Husband? I don't see no ring on this finger." But now that I have a ring on this finger, now whenever someone refers to you as my husband, I can say, husband, I don't see no ring on that finger. So like he doesn't have a ring.
Right.
And
so
then
you got to put a ring on that, Katherine.
When people talk about Lawrence's wife, I'm like, you have a wife? Because it's not me yet.
You have said that. I've said that. It just you all just seem so natural. You know? Yeah. Wait, what matters is you love each other immensely. You have the house. You have the child in the house. It's only one more thing to do.
Add another child.
Put that poll up.
Oh boy.
Put that poll up. Does Finley need a brother, everybody?
Well, he asked her the other day if she wanted a brother.
I think she wants a sister.
She said sister because she already has a brother.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. Huh.
Well, this poll is not going at all how I thought it was. It's 100% yes.
100% yes. Oh, that's funny. So, okay, are you ready for our story?
Oh boy.
Yeah, this will be a long episode.
I voted.
She voted.
Did she?
Yes.
I don't have my glasses on.
I, as the channel owner, I am not. It's so stupid. Like I can't even see the poll. Lawrence knows that. We have a hard time with that in the parks. So I can't see the poll. It's so weird. I mean, if anybody should see the poll, it should be me.
Yeah.
So Tammy's going to bring up hers as well. Yeah. But like you said, I'm sure it is all right. I'm sure it's all 100%. And if you said no, who are you?
Oh, it's
3%.
Nick. It'll be Nick.
Said no.
Somebody said no.
Oh, I want to know, and I want to know why. Somebody's after him. They want me out of the way.
Yes.
Well, the poll was anonymous, so
we'll never know.
You'll never know.
Hey, when you start live streaming in the parks, you know, the ladies start coming. That is funny. I think it was Nick that probably voted no.
Well, Sharon said wedding or baby, and I said Sharon both.
And I said, why not both?
Oh boy. We'll have to talk after and see how real that is. So okay. So for us, this goes back a long time. So I won't say how old Tammy is.
Make it short.
But I'm 60 days older than her. I just turned 52. David in SC says, don't let him use the white gimbal. Yeah, he knows about that. Mm-hmm. Katherine was home watching. She's like, oh, you're not taking that white gimbal out. No.
Really?
So back when were we really 15 or 16? We were 16 because we were driving.
Yes.
Yeah. But our birthdays were just about to happen or just happened or something. So we had this street in New Bedford, Massachusetts, if anybody's familiar with it. Kevin, if Kevin listens to this, who's in Massachusetts, in New Bedford, we had a street called Acushnet Avenue. And Acushnet Avenue was a street, it's probably still is a street like this. When kids get their licenses, they like to cruise up and down the street any night, but hopping on a Saturday and a Friday night for sure. And you just go down, you cruise, you see if your friends are out there, and you go from there. So we, my friends and I would go cruising, and there was a few times where I saw Tammy and her friends come by us or roll by us several different nights. And I'm really big on eyes, and Tammy has big, beautiful eyes. And I could just see those eyes beaming through that windshield every time she came by. And my friend was driving one night, and he's the crazy kind who, if you tell him to do something, he'll do it. So I'm glad he was behind the wheel that night, because I wouldn't have done it probably. And I said, I don't know who that girl is, but you need to pull her over. So he rolled down the window when he got the chance, and he said, hey, you, pull over.
And he wasn't nice about it. He was like, pull over.
But so why'd you pull over then?
I was probably more scared than anything. I'm trying to pull over. I don't know if this guy's crazy.
So yeah, she pulled over in the CVS parking lot and we started talking, and voila, we went to the same high school because there were multiple high schools in the city, and we happened to go to the same high school.
We actually went to the same middle school. I don't know how we didn't run into. We had to have.
I know, right? I know. So that was probably over the weekend. So on Monday for lunchtime, she found us in the lunchroom and she sat down with us with her friend Jen. And I was with my little posse and my friend Bob. Now you got to know about Bob. So Bob was a friend of mine since preschool. And we went through almost every grade together. There was maybe 3 grades where we weren't in the same class. So we were like brothers. And we started to spend time with Tammy and her friend. And I liked her from the get-go. That's why I had her pulled over. And I said to him at one point, I said, I have to tell you something. I said, I really have strong feelings for Tammy, and I'm going to ask her out. He says, oh, no, you can't do that. I go, what do you mean you can't do that? He says, well, I love her too. Look at this girl. And you didn't know any of this.
Mm-mm. So what did you guys do?
So I said to him, should I say the phrase? Should I say the phrase?
Can I?
All right, say the phrase.
Bros before hoes?
Yes. Did y'all get that? So bros had to come first in that situation because we had way too much history for a girl to come in between us. So, and I think part of it is too, I knew that he was so timid, he wouldn't go behind my back and try to get you.
But technically he did, because I went to prom with Bob and we all rode in the same limo. You went stag and I was Bob's date.
Yes, you were. But
so he did. He stepped on your toes a little bit.
No, because I gave him permission.
Oh, you gave him permission.
I gave him permission.
Yes.
I was like, listen,
you had too much.
I have to move on. This is high school. I got to start looking for other women. So I got to get over this girl in Tammy and move on. I'm like, I know you'll just go as friends, take her to the prom. So I had a date, but I messed my date up. So I ended up going alone, but I got invited to go in the limo with them. So essentially, and I danced with Tammy all night. She sat right beside me or in between us. So we danced, we ate. So it was like we went to the prom together. I am just not in the picture. I didn't take the formal photo.
We have other photos though that you're in.
Yeah. So we had a good time and I never told her. Well, little time passed and her parents decided or announced that they were moving to Ohio. OHIO, because they got transferred for their job.
Good year. Yes.
So Tammy made the choice to go with them. So now you had Tammy and I, who were really good friends. I was always over her house. Her parents knew me well. My mom absolutely loved her. And we would find out later, many, many years later, that my mom wanted us to be boyfriend and girlfriend in high school. And it just never happened right in high school.
I had to go to Ohio. I didn't really have a choice. I was young. So.
Oh, that's true. You were still only like 17, 18.
Yeah. Not even out of high school yet. So I kind of had to go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So she left. And so life went on. So 7 years passes, at least 7, maybe 8. So during the course of that, I ended up dating someone and moving in eventually and getting engaged. I learned that Tammy got engaged with someone in OH, and I saw her sister and she told me how she was doing. And I said, well, tell her I said hello and good luck. And I said, I'm engaged as well. And the first friend of our pack got married, and I went to his wedding, and we did what people do when weddings, at the end of the night, sometimes people want to go out and keep the night going. So we went over to a popular local sports bar, and I'm leaving after we hung out at the sports bar, and I'm going out the side door, and I look across the bar, and there's Tammy. And I was like, oh.
He wasn't nice to me. He was like, what are you doing here? Like, I can't visit my hometown? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, she's like, is that any way to talk to me after you haven't seen me in like 8 years? And I was like, well, I was like, well, you know. So we chit-chatted for a minute, and I said bye. I actually wasn't going to say hi to you. I actually left the restaurant, and when the door shut behind me, I was like, wait a minute. I got to go say hi to her.
Wow.
So I almost didn't. So Allison says I'm rude. So we talked.
Very.
You know, we didn't exchange numbers or anything. I knew you're going back to Ohio, and I thought I'd never see you again. And until my mom.
I moved back.
Yeah. Tammy, this is what happened. So my relationship blew up in a hurry. I was distraught. So I was like, I'm just going to travel with my company. I transferred to Louisiana for 5 months, and it wasn't working out for me there. So I went back to Massachusetts, and I got an apartment in the building above my mom. And my mom comes home one night shortly after I moved back and said, you're never going to guess who I saw at the supermarket. I'm like, I don't know who. She says, I saw Tammy from high school. And I was like, oh, okay. She said,
fine.
Huh?
You're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah. She goes, I gave her your number because you're single. Is that okay? My mom's trying to redeem herself from 8 years ago in high school. So I said, sure, it's fine. She can give me a call. So Tammy called that night, and we hung out for 2-3 straight nights, just catching up on life. So to fast forward the story a little bit, up in my apartment,
Fast forward.
Yeah, we went from sitting far apart one night to a little bit closer. Now we're on the same couch. Now we're watching TV with her legs on my lap. And probably from there, the rest is history. And that's how we met. And I just feel like it's a meant to be relationship because it could have been destroyed so many ways.
Fun fact that I was thinking about earlier, though, is we got married in 2002, but we were supposed to be married in 2000. You went and called the wedding off and canceled the reception hall without telling me. I think that was my cue to run. Somebody had cold feet.
You had your chance, Tammy.
I did, and I didn't take it.
This is where I turn into the villain, but I'm going to own it. So, and I'll be quick. So I got cold feet, and it really, you all tell me if this was a stupid reason to have cold feet. So everything was perfect. I mean, we were having picnics on the beach, riding bikes. Listen, she was from you were from Ohio over the last 7 years. Tammy was content in just staying home and on a Saturday and Sunday and just hanging out doing nothing. But I was more of the viewpoint of I worked all week. I need to go out and do something on Saturdays.
You wanted to get your groove on. I
did. She had to pull the clubber out of me. I was hitting the clubs on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights.
I wasn't a clubber.
So ultimately, we did compromise. And the cold feet I had was, I don't want to be with this girl if we're going to be home all the time. So I could see her putting the effort in.
His feet are always warm.
She was starting to put the effort in. On Saturdays, that's when we started going on picnics. We got bikes. We were bike riding. We were doing movies, dinners. And I can remember we were having a picnic on the beach one day. And I just looked at you and said, this is it.
But we didn't go clubbing.
We didn't. We stopped clubbing. Clubbing was done. Yeah. I gave up clubbing for her. So I got cold feet and I made the bad judgment of not talking to her about it. So I've never mentioned this now. So what would you have done if I would have talked about it? If I would have said, listen, I have one issue here and it makes me unsure.
You always talk things out. Communication, always.
Yes, which we are really great at that since then. So, yeah.
And we lost our deposit and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you owe me.
And you know what? I've been paying ever since.
You still owe me.
Yeah. What was I going to say now? You threw me off track now. But, she could have just been done with me. I bet a lot of you would have been done with me
like Catherine said,
there.
That was my chance.
And all she did was did I move in completely?
Oh, and he also went on a date with a girl that I went to high school with, and she wasn't even cute. So that was my second chance to run.
Oh, cool.
I should have had my Hokas on.
And then she had a third chance to run. She had a third chance to run.
Mr. Living in Diz over here.
Listen, when it rains, it pours. Okay, so you all know you have a drought. No one's looking at you. No one's paying attention. But for me, it's always been when one comes, they all come. And so Tammy was there, and I said to her, "Listen," and I had to listen to the stupid advice of my coworker, Mike.
She wasn't even cute though. Come on.
I know. I was like, "Listen,"
Seriously.
I was like, "There's a girl that wants to go out with me, and she
was already divorced. That's already not a good sign. Divorced at like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So we went on that date, and I don't remember the whole details after that, but I remember the second one, and this is where I'll wrap it up. Is the second one was a girl I had been talking to, but then Tammy came in the picture, so I kind of left it alone. But then this girl came out of nowhere, and she was like, "Hey, let's go out." So I didn't know what to do. So I said, "Hey, my friend was like, just tell Tammy you want to go out with this girl." So I did. And you want to know something? This is going to make you all big fans of Tammy if you weren't already. And I told this story to Jillian last year. I said, "This is how strong your mom is. And take this as a lesson." I said, I told her that I wanted to go on a date with this girl. And Tammy looked at me and she said, "If you feel like you need to go on a date with this girl, you go on a date with that girl. But you may realize, or you're going to realize, that you lost the best thing you ever had."
And I let him go.
And she let me go. And that stayed in my head. All I did was go out to dinner with that girl. It was like hanging out with friends. We shot pool a couple rounds or something. And I dropped her off and I came home and I said, "I'm done." I said, "You're the one for me." And that was it.
I've showed Jillian a picture of her in the past, and Joe was like, "Oh, Dad." Sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. So now you know it all. That's why it's a relationship that was meant to be. It got tempted so many times to be done, and it was so strong that it could never get there. And ever since that day, it's been easy. It's been really easy with Tammy, and it couldn't be easier. And seriously, not enough words can even explain how much she means to me. She, like Sharon says, she's the glue that holds this whole thing together. I just work. I go to Disney. I do my thing on the channel during the week. I work as a medical professional all week long, tough hours sometimes. And she just does it all. And I love you.
And Corey answers, "Yes, dear," all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
And I'm still like I chase her around like a 16-year-old.
Happy life.
Yes.
As Neil will tell you.
And I look at her and I think she's just as beautiful today, or more beautiful today, than she was when I was trying to date other girls.
Our son's in the chat. He's watching. He's probably cracking.
Jacob says the baseball guy getting all the ladies. I did have that
My boy.
what do you call it? The stereotypical. There was a moment in time that I was the baseball star dating the cheerleader. No, two. No, wait. One.
The cheerleader was the one that was supposed to meet you at prom and stood you up.
Yes.
Mhm.
Track star.
Yes.
I had a track star once and okay.
Ladies man over here. Still a ladies man.
So I hope y'all enjoyed that. And I'm glad Tammy called me out because I wasn't sure if we are going to bring all that up, but let's go.
Hey, that's us. That's our
That was okay. So now I'm going to tell one more thing then.
Uh-oh.
So the reason why she came back to Ohio is she was trying to what how can I say it? She had a long distance relationship happening.
Which are not really.
And when she showed up here to try to make it work with this other individual, he just kind of turned on her and it wasn't good. So she was just coming over, hanging out with me as friends. And I turned to her one day because she spent most of her time complaining about it. And I said, do you love this guy? And if she loved him, I was going to try to help her to make it, give her advice to help her with that. And she said, no. And I said, well, why are you doing that then? I said, I have an extra bedroom right here. I said, we'll move you in and we can just hang out. She said, what if you bring a girl home? I said, there are no girls walking through that door right now. So let's worry about that if it happens. And it didn't happen.
Wow.
Oh, where was our honeymoon? Our honeymoon was at Iberostar in Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
I love that place.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We love that place so much we went back.
For our first year.
Yeah, the first year. Yeah.
I love the Caribbean.
And for our anniversary, our first anniversary, we did save the cake, but the cake was not that good.
No, don't freeze it.
So I had one of my patients at the time make a replica. So she made a replica cake, and I sealed up some fake tickets, and I arranged for Tammy to have a week off, and I put her on a plane. She's like, what am I supposed to pack? I said, pack bathing suits, pack a coat, pack jeans. I didn't give her any clue as to where she was going. And we were really big NASCAR fans back then. So I actually took her to Ohio to see her mom for a week because she hadn't seen her in a while. So that was our first anniversary trip. And I got her tickets for the Michigan Motor Speedway. And she got to go see Jeff Gordon, who she loves so much. Mm-hmm. And that was that's pretty much it about that. I'll say one thing about this. She still didn't know where she was going leading up to going to the track.
I didn't.
And I said, wear jeans. She's like, it's too hot. I'm like, you have to wear jeans. And she fought it. I said, okay, fine. When we showed up, they said the rules are, because I got her pit passes. If you're going to go meet the drivers or walk around pit road, you need jeans. So I said, she goes, now I don't have jeans. Went in the trunk, pulled out her jeans, threw them at her in the car. I said, now you can change in the car. So she had to try to put jeans on in the car, and we just laughed at her.
Yeah. I think my mom laughed too.
Yes. Kim Patton wants to know where in Ohio. Wapakoneta.
Home of Neil Armstrong.
Yeah. All right. So I hope you all love those stories. And I told you it was a doozy.
I'm sure they learned things tonight that they didn't know.
Yeah.
Lawrence took advantage of me when I was his employee at GameStop.
And your cold feet.
How that story went.
I was just a young girl. He's older than me, much older than me.
Wow. Rocking the cradle of love.
That means it's not too young, too late for another little one. He's much younger. Our friends just had a baby last year, and he was 51 or 52. Glenn
and Lawrence, not that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah.
Never too late.
All right, so we have some questions. Do you have the questions pulled up too, or should I just ask the questions to each other? We could do that, right?
You have questions?
Newlywed questions. Why do you?
I do. I put them in. I put them in the.
Go that way then. Let's do it that way. Let's do it.
I was like, wait, he has questions.
Everybody has questions. I got questions.
You have questions. We have answers. All right, newlywed game, everybody. How well do you know your partner?
Okay, so I guess we can.
Do we write it down?
I guess we're going to do the honor system rather than writing them down.
Yeah, we'll do the honor system.
Okay.
Jacob said he learned something.
Yeah.
Jacob said he learned something.
And feel free to play along. All right. So we'll start out with what I think is probably an easy one. Who is a better cook?
I am. He burns everything. Ask the kids.
So that's an easy one. Mm-hmm. Is there something I do better than you in the kitchen?
You burnt grilled cheese the other day.
I burn things better than you.
Mm-hmm. You burn everything. You know why you burn things? It's because you start to cook it and then you walk away and then you come back. You're like, oh, it's burning. You've got it on high and you left it unattended.
Yeah.
There was a time when I threw some oil down in a pan and I turned my back and I left it there too long and it did engulf in flames.
That flame almost touched the bottom of my microwave. That's how high it was. You freaked me out. You're lucky that I was home to open up the slider.
That is true. I had her open up the slider and I grabbed the pan and I went outside on the deck and was there snow?
No, sandbox.
I threw it in the sandbox.
You're lucky I was home. That was a big flame, buddy. He burns everything. I think he burned something last week. You'll have to ask the kids.
And don't I leave like the oven and the stove on too?
He'll cook something and not shut the burners off or shut the oven off every single time. I'm like, are you done with that, Corey? He'd be like, oh yeah, I'll get to it. No, when you're done, you shut it off right away. I've come home when we lived in Massachusetts and the burner's been on with a pan on the stove and he's not even home.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Sylvia Street. You had to run out for something. Yes.
Really? Even I don't remember that.
I remember that.
So I don't know.
Hey, Lori Rodrigues, happy Valentine's Day. That's our Lori now of Florida, right? I think.
Oh, I shut the chat off.
Yeah.
I can't read up there.
Good to see you, Lori.
So if you're talking toast, you're good.
Toast. All right. He does toast well. So I don't normally burn things, but
I do.
Similar story. So I like to grill. We have a natural gas grill. When we bought the house, we ran a grill or gas line outside to the backyard for a grill, so I don't have to worry about getting propane tanks. So I was grilling pork chops, maybe. I feel like it was pork chops. And all of a sudden I look out the back door and everything is orange. And I'm like, oh my God, my grill's on fire. The grill caught fire. And so I had to go grab the fire extinguisher and
why do I not remember this?
You don't remember that?
No.
That's why we have that grill now. The other one.
God, I must have blocked it out.
It was a couple of years ago.
I was traumatized.
Yeah. So
traumatic.
I don't normally burn things, but I did burn the grill.
But the pork chops were delicious.
Yeah, they were.
The grill was not.
Yeah, we had pizza that night. I would say Catherine's a better cook.
But I still burn things.
Okay.
But Lawrence will still eat them, so I guess that's a win-win.
You burnt something last week, and you're like, Jacob was like, you're like, no, I know what to do with burnt food. I want to teach you something, Jacob. Holds it over the sink with a butter knife and scrapes the burnt off. He's like, here you go. It's all better. I'm like, Corey, no.
So Jill brings home some nice onion grilled cheeses from work.
That's right. Yep.
And I threw them on the pan to warm them up, and I still burned one of them. So yeah, what she's saying is, so it was black on one side, and Jacob's like, oh, it's fine, I'll just eat it. I go, no, I'll show you what to do. You grab a butter knife and you go to the sink and you just scrape off the layer with the burn stuff and you're good to go.
Or what you do with your pancakes is if you burn one side, he puts the burnt side on the bottom so I don't see it until I eat it. And you do that to me all the time. So now I flip the pancake over just to make sure you didn't burn it.
Yeah. Pancake inspections now by Tammy.
So wait, what I'm getting out of this whole thing the entire night is that it was probably a good idea that you did not cook when we were all together at the Verbo.
You're reading my mind. That's the next thing I was going to say. Remember when I was going to cook breakfast for everybody at the Verbo?
And I did not use the grill at the Verbo. So that's why we were good.
Yeah.
We just can't find those linens.
I love Sharon's comment. So Mr. LID is Mr. ADHD?
All right. So
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Type of movie that the other hates is an easy one for me.
Yeah? Oh, okay. I know what you're going to say.
Actually, ooh.
I'm going to say Lawrence dislikes crazy horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've told me that before. What about Catherine?
It's a toss-up but I'm gonna go musicals.
Okay. What was the other one?
Old movies.
Okay. It's not that I don't dislike them. And it's funny because I like Disney movies that have songs in them, like Moana. But I'm not just a big fan of musicals. I think it's the fact that they just all of a sudden randomly burst into song. That doesn't happen in my everyday life, unfortunately. So I have a hard time relating to it in in a movie.
See, that happens to Tammy. That happens to Tammy. I burst into song around the house.
Oh my goodness.
So I feel like my answer is going to be the same as Tammy's, which is we kind of love all movies.
I'm not too crazy about horror. I just feel like it's kind of silly, you know?
Yeah. But we watch all kinds of horror movies together.
You know what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And they kind of run so slow, but they scream. They're like, ah, like they're so scared. like when Michael Myers is chasing you or something.
And they go upstairs instead of outside to the running car.
They do everything they're not supposed to, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you have a love for movies, so I think you love everything.
All right. Of the two of you, who falls asleep first?
Okay.
I might fall asleep in random places. If I'm really tired, I'll fall asleep on the couch. I'll fall asleep in the car. If I'm tired, I'm going to fall asleep. However, if we are like going to bed and we're laying down in bed, I'm laying there trying to close my eyes, and then all of a sudden I hear like heavy breathing, because he doesn't snore, but I hear heavy breathing, like where you know that they're asleep. And I'm like, dude, I was just having a conversation with you. How are you already asleep?
I guess.
So you.
All right.
So the same thing happens to us. So I'll call it. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Yeah, so we agree. That's what I was trying to say. Because we could be out there watching TV in the living room, and half the time I go first, half the time she goes first. When we're in bed, though, it's kind of 100% me.
Yes. But if you fall asleep on the couch, you make your way to the bed. If I fall asleep on the couch, forget it. I'm done. Don't move me.
And the same thing happens. Like we'll be in bed. If we go to bed together, we'll be talking, and then I'll be silent for about 30 seconds, and then I'll jump, and she'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I just had 3 dreams." She's like, "You just talked to me 30 seconds ago." I go, "I know, but I just had a dream that cats were chasing me, and then this happened."
You're the only one that I know that will be awake 1 second and like the next second be in a sound sleep and have like 5 dreams. It's crazy.
Morris did the same thing to me the other day. Like we were having a full-blown conversation. All of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, he was like, "Whoa, that was a weird dream." I'm like, what? How have you not only fallen asleep, but had a full-blown dream in the time that it took me to, I don't know, unlock my phone? Like, I was floored.
That's how fast my brain goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this.
Sweet or savory food?
Sweet.
Like preference?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found nothing.
Savory.
I love sweets.
You're supposed to say what I love.
You?
Yeah, you're supposed to say what I love.
But
I was going to answer sweets for Tammy.
Probably sweets, but don't bring any home.
Tammy's correct. Sweet.
Leave at the confectionery.
Leave all sweets at the contemporary.
And confectionery. Thank you.
Favorite holiday?
You can't answer this question. This is one of like security questions that they use for your bank and stuff.
So Tammy's favorite.
We have the same bank.
I'm going to say that Tammy's favorite holiday is Christmas.
And yours is Christmas as well.
Yes.
And Lawrence's is Christmas too.
And Catherine's is Halloween.
I
gives her more opportunities to sew.
love it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Let's do
And
favorite type of weather.
Oh.
I like
So
Christmas.
not favorite season.
Or well, kind of same thing. I was thinking season.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Jacob says I like to jam out music, Christmas music, October to January. He's got that right. And now and then we check in about June.
June and July, you're playing. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
Jamming in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Your weather, I'm going to say summer. You love the heat. You could be sweating, but you don't care. You love it.
I like Christmas.
All right. Now that we're here in, summer type weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tammy likes, her favorite is summer type weather as well.
Summer.
Just not too hot.
Yeah.
Like today, it was 71
Mm-hmm.
or so.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I might be wrong, but I was gonna say because of Halloween, fall.
I love fall. Sweater
Okay.
weather is my favorite.
I like fall too.
I like sweaters.
Tiffany wants to know if I grill. I do grill. I do better on the grill than I do in the kitchen, I would say.
fall too.
Same.
Yep. I don't know.
But I still burn things now and then. But when I have pressure, when I'm pressured where I'm cooking for like people at a cookout, it always comes out great.
Excuse me. It's funny. I don't really use my grill for that type of barbecue. Like I'll buy steak and grill the steak or grill pork chops, but I'm not really a hamburger, hot dog, chicken wing type griller. How about you?
Well, it depends. I mean, when we've grilled on like 4th of July, it's usually hot dogs and burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'll do an occasional steak on there. What else?
The kids don't like burgers, so
Yeah.
and Jill doesn't eat either or, so
But that's it. I don't think I've done a lot of chicken on the grill.
mm-mm.
I did fish once and I loved it. It was easy. Wrap it up in foil,
Mhm.
put some stuff in it. That's real easy.
This weekend we have a bunch of family coming over because it's Finley's birthday on Sunday. So the grill will probably get used this weekend. Except for Sunday, I don't have to cook because we're going somewhere.
Tiffany, Jill absolutely loved her new ring.
Yes, and that was her Valentine's. We put in the rest.
Shannon said we should see Corey cook.
Maybe at your house, Shannon. He's not going to burn mine down.
All right. You have any more questions?
Who's the better gift giver?
Tammy is. I think Tammy is because she just really pays attention. Like she doesn't ever really ask me I don't think you ask me much of what I want.
I just put thought into it.
Yeah. She puts thought into it. And I stay totally away from buying anything for anyone's stockings at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
She knows everybody's favorites and she knows what just to put in to those Christmas stockings. So
It's like the kids' Valentines today. I did both of theirs, so you don't even know what I gave them.
I kind of saw something. I saw them on his bed and
Mm-hmm.
and a couple things on. I didn't get anything though, right?
I made you chocolate covered strawberries.
Okay, that's good enough.
But where's my diamonds?
Where's your diamonds? They're at Jared's.
Where's my diamonds? Where's my Starbucks? Where's my chocolate? Can I keep going?
So Tammy, was it always that way, or was it when the kids came along, you got better at knowing what to get, or were you always like that?
For gifts? I think it's always been like that. We always just know.
Yeah. She was stocking my stocking before kids.
I read your mind, you read mine, right?
Yeah.
Finish each other's sandwiches.
Yeah. We finish each other's sandwiches, whether they're burned or not.
Yeah, see, this is some of the stuff I got butt today.
Oh yeah.
Get him some snacks. I got him
Wow.
some V-Bucks for his game and some chocolates.
Nice.
And I would say that Catherine is a better gift giver.
I feel like I have the best intentions, but they don't always. I don't think that I think you're a better gift giver. Sometimes he surprises me with the things he gives me. I did kind
Nice. Yeah. She gave you that new microphone, which is amazed is.
I heard about that on Christmas.
Uh-huh.
He was like, Lord Scott.
It's a Shure SM7B. No. I mean, it is, but yeah.
But it's like he mentioned it one time, and I was like, "Yep, keeping that in the memory bank."
Although, for Valentine's Day today, she got her Disney Pass renewed.
Oh, is that my birthday?
Yay.
Disney Pass renewed.
Catherine, we'll see you in the parks.
I think
So
Oh.
I thought that was kind of cool, just to get to know us a little better and see who knows who.
Yes, for sure. And Sharon is right. If y'all want to see me cook, just go back to our playlists on the channel. There is a set there where it's cooking with Diz during COVID when the parks weren't open. We cooked at home on Friday nights. So you can see Jillian and I baking, cooking, and you can certainly get your fix that way.
Didn't you mess some things up too? The rainbow grilled cheese. and
Yeah,
stuff?
Neil likes to talk about the rainbow grilled cheese night. Watch the rainbow grilled cheese, everybody.
And it's not just cooking. We don't let you do laundry or anything either.
Oh.
No, I don't even know how to run the washer and dryer.
Because he puts stuff in the dryer and just let it dry and dry and dry until it comes out as a crop shirt.
Yeah, I just always thought that when you got shirts that they were supposed to shrink.
Oh my goodness.
We keep Corey to LID and working, and that's it.
Yeah, she only lets me do what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. Good choice.
Corey, did you have different questions?
Do we want a couple more questions, everybody in chat? We can do a couple more.
You had some on there. Or maybe they want to ask something.
Do you all want to? If you all want to take a few moments in chat to ask us a question, and we can try to play it like the Newlywed Game. Ann Gilnack says, "I remember the rainbow grilled cheese." I love
Is she
Ann.
really? Aw.
Yeah. We need an LID cookbook or LID challenge for cooking, says Shannon. I would have Tammy cook for that challenge.
We bought Jay for Christmas a subscription to
Home Chef?
Home Chef.
Yeah.
So now he's getting into cooking. He was very proud the other night. He sent us pictures of what he made.
It was so cute.
When it does happen, who snores the loudest? I'm going to say me. My nose is bigger than Tammy's.
You were loud last night.
For a moment. She pointed out the one moment I snored last night. She's like, I had a heck of a night. Jacob's sugar was off and Jillian was talking on the phone. You were snoring. I'm like, why do you pull me into this when it was probably 2 minutes?
Well, I was in the living room, so I'm like in the middle. On the left side is our bedroom. You were snoring, and on the right side we have Jill's bedroom, and she was on the phone. And that was like at midnight. And then Jacob was up at 1:30 with his sugar low. And Jacob's a kid that he's very responsible with his type 1, but when his sugar goes low and he's in trouble, he doesn't wake up for anything. So I had to save him last night.
Yeah. Disney Dina had a great question. She says, what song, every time you hear it, reminds you of your spouse? You're going to have to come up with one of these. I want to hear this. For me, what comes up that makes me think of Tammy?
Okay, while you're thinking about that, I'll say that I think Lauren snores the loudest because I think the only time that I did snore was when I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm. True.
So.
True.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. He agrees with that. You know what? This is such an odd song, but it kind of speaks to the moment in time when we were starting to get together, or between when we first started dating to where that first attempt at the wedding was coming. And I happened to hear this song. I just had my cell phone playing while I was doing yard work and all that the other day. And it's such an odd, not odd song, but not so mainstream, but it was Britney Spears, Sometimes I Run. So if anybody knows that song, oh no, you know what? There's that one, but I got one more. Yeah. There's another one. Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me.
We listened to that when we were in the Paseo going to
Martha's Vineyard.
Or the Cliff Walk to ride our bikes. Yes. Yep,
that song was new when we were first dating, and so anytime I hear that song, it puts me right back at going to Martha's Vineyard and things like that with her.
Or NKOTB as well, because that was our first concert together, Hangin' Tough tour.
Oh, okay.
Good question, Disney Dina. Mm-hmm. Did you guys answer that question yet?
I have 2 songs. I think Lawrence might have the same song that I'm thinking of, but there's another one that he might be surprised by. So the first song was kind of like our song, which is it's by Uncle Kracker.
Yeah, that was the one. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah.
Is it Sunday?
It might just be Sunday. Yeah.
So yeah, that was like our song because Sunday was our day. Because I used to work for a bank and the bank was closed on Sunday, so he would not work on Sundays and we would just hang out together on Sunday. So that was our day. No, that's not it.
It's a song about Sunday.
Yeah,
that might be it.
So it's called Smile.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's called Smile.
It's called Smile. Yeah. That's a good one. And then the other one is What a Man by Salt and Peppa.
All right. And she said Peppa. She said it right.
Peppa.
By the way, our wedding song was Martina McBride's Valentine.
Mm-hmm. You played it yesterday.
I came in and played it yesterday. It just happened to come on. It came on and I was like, oh, shoot. I haven't heard this in years.
Very nice.
So we got some questions here. Oh, no, not that one. Let's see. That's not really what do you call it? That type of question. But we moved to Florida because we love the weather and we love Disney.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Tiffany wants to know what kind of chore. Okay, let's say it like this. What chore do I hate the most? If you let me do all the chores, any of them, I would say washing clothes would be the worst. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because sometimes I'll leave you a couple of shirts or something on the bed. You'd be like, putting me to work again. I'm like, your clothes are washed, dried, and folded. All you have to do is put them in your dresser. And you're like,
I hate to do the dishes.
I hate dishes. Yes.
And
I wish I had a dishwasher.
I hate mopping.
What?
Richard Gelati wants to know, what's your favorite meal that each other cooks?
Well, you don't cook, so.
Burnt toast.
Burnt grilled cheese.
Yeah. Is there
cheese that's already cooked and made and just brought home to reheat?
Is there anything that I've ever cooked that you're like, yeah, that's good? He does that. Oh, I know.
You made a pot pie with Jill one time when we lived up north, didn't you? Chicken pot pie.
Think more. There's something that you let me cook. I cooked it recently.
Your egg
and you
thing
love it.
With the bacon and stuff.
Yeah.
No, not that.
Nope.
Oh boy.
How about ribs?
Yeah, ribs.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because you use an Instant Pot, so you don't really cook them.
I made ribs in the Instant Pot for the Super Bowl, and they were so fall off the bone they fell off the bone. Like you couldn't even take them out of the pot. The meat just fell right off of them. So
He puts it in the Instant Pot and sees it in 30 minutes. That's his cooking.
Lawrence
were you
makes
two?
a great steak.
Jacob earlier was saying, were you two singing it all the time, like in Anyone But You? Oh, yeah. Ann says, unforgettable reminds me of my husband because he would always sing it to me. Oh,
That's a good song.
Mhm.
hey, Disney Adventure Home. They want to know.
Until my birthday.
All right, Tammy, what is Mr. LID's favorite Disney snack?
It's that peanut butter cookie pie. And he's got to stop bringing them home. Well, then again, I don't eat them. You do, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But that's your go-to. Now, what's my favorite snack at Disney?
Oh, the Num Num cookie.
Yeah, think cold.
Oh, something cold?
Mm-hmm.
Something cold.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say the Mickey bar because you hardly have them.
No.
And it's not the Mickey ice cream sandwich because
God, no.
I'll knock you out.
Oh, Dole Whips.
Oh, Dole Whips.
I love the Dole Whips. If it's lime, raspberry, pineapple, I love them all.
By the way, Shirley Renee said pocket napkins. Alicia,
Oh my goodness.
Tammy discovered napkins in the pockets a couple of days ago.
Monday, I was doing a wash and I had a napkin in the pockets.
Mm.
I don't know how that happened.
So right away I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. Was that me? Could it have been me?
What a
And I'm
mess.
like, oh, that was Saturday. I said, that could have been you too.
What a mess.
I would say for Lawrence, it's the Dole Whip that they sell at Animal Kingdom. He is not a big drinker, but he likes that one. It's what's it called? Simba Sunset.
Yeah.
I
Sunset.
would say that one.
Am
I right?
I go with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean the popcorn's good, but
I was originally gonna say popcorn, and I was like, well,
yeah,
we don't have it every time.
exactly. I will have a Simba Sunset in March.
Yeah, you will. Parents only.
That's right.
Woo, woo.
Bye, Finley.
Aww.
So
She waved.
For Catherine, I'm gonna say the pineapple upside down Dole Whip thingy.
Yes.
You love that too.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. I've been meaning to grab that soon. So probably on Monday night, I'm going to grab that. Oh, Shannon wanted to know what our favorite Disney drink is. If Starbucks counts, right now it's the pistachio. Well, I'm not supposed to say. You're supposed to say what?
It's the pistachio, something.
Yeah, and Tammy's is the strawberry lemonade.
The refresher.
The refresher. Can't leave Magic Kingdom without it.
Mm-mm.
What how about Catherine? What's Catherine? Did you say your favorite drink?
Oh, my favorite drink.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's probably the slushy at Pandora. What is it called?
Oh yeah,
The
with the boba teas in it.
yeah.
The-
Oh my gosh, what is it called?
Boba's in it. I don't remember what it's called.
It's
Yeah.
the one with alcohol in it.
I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Lawrence
so
and
I'm
I are
glad.
going to Animal Kingdom, and we're gonna get crunk. At Animal Kingdom, not at Epcot.
Alicia, please keep up your efforts. Eventually, I listen. Well, I didn't even know if that was me, but now you know Tammy's life. She tells me things all the time, and I still don't pay attention, but it's not on purpose. But that might not have been me. You don't know whose pocket it came out of?
Nope.
All right. Steve Bullock says it's sure not the Wookiee cookie.
Steve, I thought you were at dinner. Thanks for hanging out.
He probably is. Tony probably went to the ladies' room.
He's gonna get in trouble. He'll get in trouble, Steve. Happy wife.
All right. This is a good one. Maybe we'll make this the last one. So PDC says, if you could only go to one Disney park for the rest of your life, which park would you choose? This is a tough one because I know how much Tammy loves Hollywood Studios. But Magic Kingdom is Magic Kingdom. I'm going to take a chance and say Tammy would choose Hollywood.
I love Hollywood, and you would be Magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't imagine never stepping foot in Magic Kingdom again.
I'm gonna say for Catherine, it would be Epcot.
It's always different. I love
Right.
the hold on. I love the what's it called? The festivals.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time there's a new festival, there's something different to do or to watch and to and to experience. So I would definitely go with Epcot. I think for you it would be Magic. Ooh, Epcot?
I think it's gonna be Epcot.
Hey, we're going to the same park
We'll be
together.
stuck together.
Ah.
Y'all can be together.
So there's new merch at Epcot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Tammy shopping.
That's right.
Always shopping.
You have to wait an hour and a half before they can eat. Wow. Where did you go, Steve?
We won't go there.
We won't go there. No. Now,
Hour and a half?
Always busy.
Food?
Yeah. That's busy.
I guess some Valentine's fun facts here. 145 million greeting cards are exchanged every year for Valentine's Day.
Oh, show them yours. Finley got Lauren a greeting card.
Oh, about 20% of pet owners give Valentine's gifts to their pets.
Aw, I didn't get anything from Mushu.
Oh, look at that. Very, very cute. Did she pick it out?
No.
I understand. Candy hearts were originally medical lozenges. 8 billion conversation hearts are manufactured each year.
I used to like those.
Billion with a B.
And only 40 are eaten.
Yeah. Over $1 billion worth of chocolate is purchased for Valentine's Day. The heart shape wasn't always a romantic symbol. The chocolate box has been around for more than 150 years.
Wow.
Mm.
Lovebirds are actual birds.
Mm-hmm.
The first Valentine was sent in the 15th century.
Mm.
Every year, thousands of people send Valentine letters to Juliet. Teachers are the #1 recipient of Valentines. 250 million roses are grown just for Valentine's Day. Chocolates didn't always mean love. And there you go.
No, diamonds.
They are a girl's best friend.
They are.
Steve, I used to live close to Peddler Steakhouse.
Where?
Okay, Michelle, have a good night. So you want to hear, according to Rotten Tomatoes, what some of the best romantic movies are right now to watch on Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some of these surprise me because they're not Disney movies, but Disney has acquired other properties now. So you do have other movies on there. So Little Mermaid, live action. 10 Things I Hate About You. Aladdin, the live action with Will Smith. West Side Story. Beauty and the Beast, live action. The Fault in Our Stars. While You Were Sleeping. Enchanted, not Enchantment. Cinderella, live action, which I thought was one of the better Disney live actions after, the original animated movie. Zombies, the first one. Disenchanted. Nomeo and Juliet. Ever After with Tammy's doppelganger, Drew Barrymore. Dan in Real Life. Splash. The Princess Diaries. You Again. Teen Beach Movie. George of the Jungle. We'll stop there. How about I Lava You? Yeah, so there you go.
I got a question for you. What's my favorite love story movie?
The Notebook.
Yes. I love The Notebook.
And that's my favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
The scene. Did you see it?
Oh, I've never seen
You've never seen that.
What? I think it was filmed in North Carolina.
Can we be friends?
Can we be friends? Did we just become enemies? No.
What? The Notebook? Oh
I
my
think
goodness.
the proper response is
Rachel
come over and
McAdams,
watch it.
Ryan Gosling.
Yes,
Oh,
we have to watch that now.
that's the best.
The scene when he takes her out on the boat with the swans,
Yeah.
and they know that they're kind of done with each other, or this is the first time they'd seen each other in over a year.
More than a year.
Yeah. And he gets up on the dock. They had a beautiful boat ride with swans in the lake or whatever, in the river, and he gets out, she gets out, he starts walking away, and it starts pouring.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns around. What did she approach him first, or who approached who first?
I thought it was her.
Oh, it was
She's
her.
Like, you didn't write to me for blah 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 years, and he's like, I wrote to you every day.
I wrote to you every day for a year.
It's the ultimate love story.
It really, really is.
Yeah.
I always said there's only one love story that's stronger than ours, and it's The Notebook.
Gotta watch it.
Ian said it's a real tearjerker. It's the greatest love story of all time. Look at everybody. I love The Notebook. I love The Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. I used to have the poster in our theater.
With Ricky Lake. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'll remember it in a minute. But it's a love story. The guy is in a coma and he wakes up, and I'll remember it in a minute. Or somebody in chat will know what the heck I'm talking about.
I have a love story that I actually really like, but it's a comedy. Does it count?
Yeah.
50 First Dates.
That's a good one.
I like
that's a good one.
Trying to every day he tries to make her fall in love with him again, and it's like, oh.
That's a really great premise. They did a good job with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shirley Renee loved the book as well. Nicholas Sparks, who is probably from North Carolina, because I think all his books take place in the Carolinas. I bet Steve Bullock knows that. Did you know that, Lawrence?
I did not.
I think so. Yeah. All right. Well, hey.
While You Were Sleeping is also a good one. Is that Sandra Bullock and
Dirty Dancing is amazing too.
Other guy.
Dirty Dancing, is a legendary, most powerful love story there.
Yes. While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, I bet that was the movie I was thinking about.
Okay.
Not Ricky Lake.
Oh, really? Aw, look at that.
Currently on Disney Plus.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's from New Hampshire. Did not know that.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right. Have we covered everything? I feel like we have.
Last question.
Okay.
For everyone to answer. Who is your favorite Disney couple?
Corey and Tammy.
Mr. and Mrs. LID.
Yeah, I guess I walked into that one, right?
I'm going to say Beauty and the Beast.
I am going to say Beauty and the Beast as well.
I've always loved Belle.
But is it Beauty and the Beast because you've always loved Belle, or is it Beauty and the Beast because you love them as a couple?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you know what, though? You're right, though. You're right, because we don't really get to see them as a couple, really. But who have we really seen as a couple? So I guess we'll still say Belle.
Do you have an answer?
Jasmine and Aladdin.
They're a good couple.
Yeah, you could see some back and forth with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because when she's first outside, spoiler alert in case anybody hasn't seen Aladdin, when she's first outside and she first meets him, there's this whole little back and forth thing, and she likes him for who he is, and she's not a princess in that time. So yeah.
I would say Flynn, Ryder, and Rapunzel.
Yeah, I was thinking of them a little bit when we talked. Yeah, that's a good one. They have some good back and forth. She smacks him in the head with the frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just got the look.
Well, you looked at me. I didn't know if that was a hint.
Oh. Blast the chat for Steve Bullock, everybody. He just dropped an LID club member gift, and that was picked up by, let's see, Michelle Hall. Wait. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Who? Where'd it go? Crystal Coachman. Congratulations. And blast the chat for Andy Powers, who also dropped a random LID club member gift, and that went to Michelle Hollensteiner. Congratulations, both of you. Yeah, you get your name highlighted in green. You get the members only podcast every Wednesday night before the Diz Pod, and you get all the exclusive emojis and your name in the credits at the end of future live streams.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Oh, make some hearts. There you go. We don't have the capability of doing that for some reason. We can't do that.
No.
I don't understand that. And I pay the bill for the Diz Pod.
You pay a hefty bill.
Yes, but you pay it on a Windows PC.
And we have a Mac.
Ooh. All right. So speaking of paying, let's just note our sponsors for a moment, and we'll be right back. Looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard? Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate LLC. He is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 13 years of experience in the vacation home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today to learn more about Victor's exclusive range of properties and schedule a viewing with him today. Your dream home is just a click away. If you're planning your next Disney vacation, consider booking with Your Magical Adventures Await. Claudia is a Disney travel agent who can create a magical adventure to any Disney park worldwide, including Walt Disney World in Florida, Disney Cruise Lines, Alani Resort in Hawaii, and guided group vacations with Adventures by Disney. She can also plan Universal Studios trips. The best part? If you book with her, her services are free. Disney pays her to help you create a seamless, magical adventure. Her availability is unmatched, and you can contact her Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make your magical planner Claudia Anderson today from Your Magical Adventures Await by calling her at 956-455-8049. You can also follow her on Instagram, all one word.
Would you have to pay?
Alrighty. So, all right. I think I'm happy with what we did in covering all the Valentine's festivities. If you guys are, think we're good. Do you want to just leave out inside the park this week in the parks this week, or do you want to talk about it or hold it till next week?
We were in the parks.
I mean, some of us did stream in the park, so maybe we should cover in the parks.
All right, I'm gonna let Tammy skip out so she can keep my house in order.
I gotta go check on Jacob.
Yeah. So.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night,
I see Finley.
Finley, say good night.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go, everybody. My beautiful wife. I definitely married up. She's more beautiful than ever. So.
And I have mayonnaise in my hair.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Valentine's.
See her again.
I'm gonna let her out. You guys have the stage.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Week in the parks.
All right.
Wow. All right. So this week in the park. So we got there Friday afternoon, about 4:00.
Mm-hmm.
Got changed, dropped us up at the hotel, got changed, and went out to Hollywood Studios. We did quite a few rides, but I think what really made that night was the end of the night searching for a screw in the concrete.
That was hilarious.
I was showing you guys, I think, the Chinese theater, and Catherine and Finley went to go change the battery in this bubble wand. And these cast members are so great because they dropped the screw, and so they were just looking for it, just having a good time. Really made the entire experience so much fun.
And I was playing with the
And then
cast member.
Saturday, and Finley was playing with the cast member running around.
And I was playing.
And Saturday, we started the stream early, so we had a nice full day stream at Epcot starting at noon. Saw a lot of the Festival of the Arts, the chalk art. We saw the acrobats. I think that was really good. So I really enjoyed that. And of course, we showed Luminous. I got to give Corey a break during Luminous and let him see the full show without a camera in front of him. So just to get a more full view and take in the show a little bit more. So I thought that was helpful for Corey. So that was good. And then Sunday, thought we would do a short stream, just a few hours before we left, so that we could be home in a decent time for work on Monday. Got there, we started about 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got stopped going through security, but I wasn't holding anything except for the gimbal and my phone. And yet I still got stopped going through. No idea. Me. So we had a good stream there, and then we went to eat at Pecos Bill, and I thought we were going to end right after that. I got a message in chat from Becca out of Mississippi, who said that her daughter was performing in the marching band, and she would love to see it, but she wasn't able to be there. And I looked at Katherine after I read it, and I knew that we had to wait, because at that point, I think we were the only ones streaming Magic Kingdom. So it was either going to be us or no one. So we decided to wait. Katherine got a video of the marching band in Frontierland. I walked over to the hub, caught them there, and then caught them up again in Town Square. And then we caught the parade. We tasted our beignets. And then we sat in the rocking chairs at Town Square, ate our beignets, and talked about something that we learned or taught ourselves on YouTube. So Katherine talked about sewing, and I talked about fixing our dryer and the handle in my car. So that gave me the idea to come up with a challenge, a live streamer challenge. Since I'm going to put myself in that category because I did it this weekend. So I'm going to reach out to all the live streamers, all the major live streamers, and do the same thing. And it's really just a challenge of getting to know letting your audience get to know you, because I think Corey does a good job, but maybe there are some that do not. Just to kind of slow down and let us kind of get to know something about you. And if they all do it, I'm donating $250 to Give Kids the World. So the ball is in their courts.
That's amazing, Lawrence. Let me be the first to thank you for offering that. And I will do that on Monday. I'll talk about some of the many things I've learned on YouTube, because I always say that YouTube is like a magazine, like a big magazine rack at a big magazine store. If there's a subject for it, there's a channel, or the subject is a magazine. Yeah. So that's what YouTube is. And I'm sure everybody has learned at least something from YouTube. I mean, I'm visual, so there'll be times I buy a product and I'm like, I'm not even going to open up these directions. I'm just going to look it up on YouTube. I'd rather see somebody do it. So yeah. What else was I going to say?
I was going to say that you can show everyone. So one of the reasons why I really wanted to go to the parks was so that I can take pictures of Finley in Hollywood Studios and in Art of Animation, because she wants to have a Cars themed party. So we took pictures of her, or I took pictures of her in those two areas for her 5th birthday. and Lawrence is trying to pull up the pictures now. I didn't really think about it until just now. There was something else.
I won't be able to.
Oh, he was not going to be able to show you guys. Sorry. But, I mean, I can show you.
Hold on.
Let's see. As far as me for Inside the Parks, we had a blast on Saturdays. It was our final time over at Festival of the Arts. And man, we were on a tear. We just started eating in Canada. Then we ate in France. Then we ate at the was it the Colombian booth with some empanadas and some other things.
Mhm.
Then over to what'd you say?
Encanto Kitchen.
Yes. And then we went right to Morocco. So actually I think we went to every booth starting from Canada through Morocco.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we went from there. We skipped over to Germany. Yeah, Germany for some food. So we did a lot of eating that day, and it didn't stop. We tried mussels for the first time, Jacob and I, over near Test Track. So that might be a record as far as how many booths we hit on a single stream.
We did a lot.
Yeah,
we really did.
The scavenger hunt.
The scavenger hunt. That was fun.
Yep. We played.
Yeah. You snuck in the scavenger hunt, and we showed some of that. That was really neat. I didn't want Finley to miss that. And your mom in chat just said, and Corey was still hungry. I was starving. Tammy and I went home and ate 2 bowls of cereal each.
Wow.
Plus I ate a big fat grapefruit as well. Every time Tammy came back with a bowl or something, I look at her and she'd be like, what are you looking at me for? You're on your second bowl. So we ate like mad when we got home. We were hungry. And that was probably like 1 o'clock in the morning by that point.
Oh, we met Jasmine. That interaction with Jasmine was great. She took so much time with Finley. I was trying to figure out how to cut Finley off so that we could take the picture, because I'm like, Jasmine's got things to do, but Jasmine just she was great with Finley.
She really embraced her. That was a great interaction. I'm glad I was able to get that for everyone to see. Yeah. So that'll be cemented in there forever.
Here's the I'll give you a preview of the picture as well.
Oh, look at that.
The Hollywood Studios.
Yes. What a ham she is these days.
This one's my favorite. She looks so big.
I know, right?
She looks so cute.
Look at that. Little model right there.
Yep.
So what's up, Cliff?
She's got a Cars birthday coming up, so worked out well. The timing worked out well. We got to pick up our Hey magnets and got to take some pictures. Got to hang out with you and the family, and got to live stream and make a memory for Becca Cox. So
yes, that's amazing. That's what the channel's all about. I love being able to do those things. Many times that we helped parents see their kids who are cast members, and I don't mind finding them when I can and asking them if they want to go on camera. And it's just a special moment. I can imagine sitting somewhere else in the world and being able to ask somebody just to say hello and see your child in person, and then boom, there they are. That's an amazing ability that we have, and I love to use that. Cliff, I'm standing just like you from now on. I got a standing desk, and I think Katherine was like, "Okay, Cliff."
Yeah,
I did say that.
So Purple Pleasure also reminds us that we got to see spin art. Mm-hmm. It had been a long time since I'd seen that, so I have seen it. I just didn't realize what it was until Finley did it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I did not know that was a thing, and That was all that stuff in there was really cool. But
Yeah,
see them do it and how they do it was great.
it was truly an amazing day. We really anticipated that leading up to it, and we had a lot of great friends in the park with us. And man, I know we'll have more days like that. I can't wait for the next one because it was so much fun. And then Monday, Monday I was in the parks and I was at Magic Kingdom. I debated if I was going to go over to the Contemporary because the weather was windy, but we did discover, I guess, that it is fine to do from that lower level just underneath the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you all can compare, which one is better, from the rooftop or down below? Don't count the really windy night. Count maybe the night or two before doing that.
I don't know. I liked from the fourth floor. I mean, you weren't the only there was a little bit of the railing that you saw, but I think it's not worth the effort to go to the 14th floor. I don't think the view is that much better,
Okay. Now they have speakers right there where I could literally almost lean on top of a speaker.
True.
So I'd like to try that once to see if it makes a difference in the sound.
Okay.
Jill M says, "Precious, happy birthday, Finley." Let me see. Jacob did an amazing job in filming. How did everybody like that? I told you all I would take you all along for the ride as much as I can, keep you updated on what's going on in the production of the Living in Diz documentary. And we involved you guys big time the other night where I wanted to get behind the scenes footage of the World Showcase walkthrough. So you didn't get our typical World Showcase walkthrough. We didn't even do it all, but it took a little time. It took a little more than I thought it would take because, and rightfully so, Jacob is very particular, and that's good because he wants it to be done to the best of our ability and the best we can do. And director producer is very happy with what they've gotten so far, and that makes us happy too. So we got some really great shots in that. And when you all go back and watch the movie, you're going to be like, I remember that night. So we're almost done with principal photography. Just a few more things to do. And now we'll just wait for the heavy editing process. And as the story develops, I'm sure that there'll be additional things that they'll want us to shoot.
You know what I liked about Jacob's filming?
What?
I got to grab that picture.
That's amazing. I know you sent that to me the other day, and I got to show them that. I hadn't even shown them that photo. That's amazing. And this is something that a lot of you don't see on camera. Now and then Tammy will point it out, but definitely affectionate with my kids. And there's at least once that Jacob and I will do that in a park day for sure. And so that's awesome.
You could see how involved he wants to be, how involved he is. And it's not like he's, being forced to because you're filming, so he's got to film you filming. That's not why he's doing it. You can see that he really wants to be in this, and no one is going to ever be able to take that away from him. I don't care how old he is. I don't care if he does anything else in YouTube, in movies and TV or whatever. He'll always have that moment that he helped create a documentary. So
yes,
I thought it was great to just watch that whole process.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's amazing. It's a memory that he and I will have forever. And, I thought about this, part of the reason, and probably the whole reason, well, probably a good portion of the reason why we don't have actual movie cameras following us around for that is because Disney wouldn't allow that.
Right.
So they're not going to let, a full production crew in the park. So it's left to us to do. And, after doing it for a little bit, I'm like, oh my God, the reality of all of this is whether that ends up in credits or not, Jacob has had a hand in filming some of this documentary. I have a hand in filming it. Almost everything you see would have been filmed by Jacob or me. And I guess some with Tammy if some of her live stream footage is taken. But I mean, we're heavily involved ourselves besides the wonderful award-winning producer, Jason O'Brien. We have heavy input into this. I thank him for that. This is an amazing opportunity. In the end, I can say that I have a documentary out that I had a lot to do with. I say it now and it doesn't even sink in yet. It doesn't even sink in yet. And with him being an award winner, I would love for this movie to win at least one award because he's done it before. And to say that we've won an award, I don't care where that is. I will go and accept that award with him.
Yeah.
I don't care where it is. And so can't wait for that to come out, due out this summer. And, I was talking to him yesterday and he said, and this was a hope of mine. It is, like he said, it's a long shot, but he really does hope that Disney finds this interesting enough to pick it up and put it on Disney Plus. If that happens, the sky's the limit. People watch things that people are going to want to see that if it hits Disney Plus and be like, wow, I want to see what really happens here. Hey, it might win over some of those haters, but who cares? No, but there are haters of live streamers and, they crowd the parks and blah, 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 but it might win some people over. I'm not looking for it to do so, but it would be great if it did, if they look at it and go, okay, I understand now the work that goes into this and what happens, so.
And more so why it's being done, because I think that's the biggest misconception is people think that, it's being done for some nefarious reason.
Yeah, everybody has their reasons for doing it. And I can truly and honestly say that money is the last thing. Yep. Money is the last thing. I mean, you can't ignore it. Money is part of it. But you can't go and do this without having some kind of income being generated by the channel. You has to that has to take place. But it's just the love of it. I don't have to do these graphics. I don't have to do all the extras I put in, but I love doing it for our family, our LID family, our viewers. I love showing them things. And like I said, it's like I've got you all in the palm of my hands and I'm sharing Disney every time. I'm more excited on a stream day to share Disney with all of you than if I'm just out there with friends and family. Because I've been there, done this a million times. I love it inside. I'm excited, but I don't show that outside excitement all the time. I mean, you've been in with the parks with me when I'm not live. It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's I've done this, maybe 6 times now, live streaming. And I can tell you the weekend that and it was just us, Friday and Sunday, just the 3 of us. And it really, I get why we do it. I get why people in chat love it and why people watch, because they get to go on Small World. They get to go on, rides that they wouldn't normally go on at 3 times a week like you do. So I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. That's why we didn't leave until 4:00 on Sunday.
And get home at 2:50.
And get home
at 2:50. I know. We got out of the movies and I was like, oh man, they're still live. I'm like, Disney's got them. Disney's got them. I can't do that either. I could go in thinking I am doing 2 hours and that is it. And it will almost never happen. You just want to do a little more. Let me show them this. I don't want to leave yet. Well, it's hard.
He kept saying we were going to stop at 2 and I'm like, no, we're not. We are not. You keep saying that. You keep telling yourself that. We are not.
It was fun. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully everybody in chat enjoyed it. And like I said, they got to see Disney on that random Sunday. So that's what it means.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. If you think we're good, I'm good.
I'm good. It was a great Valentine's Day. Thanks for sharing it, all of you, with us and our families, for sure.
Yeah, it was great. I want to thank the ladies for coming on with us. It's I'm still shocked that Tammy came on and did this. It's not, really her thing. She still is shy, So this was big for her to do this. So love her even more.
She was great.
So
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone who's watching live. We do this live because we do it for you. And everybody that listens on the rewatch, we appreciate you so much as well. Sharon said, great podcast. It was a lot of fun. Boy, I don't know how we top this for next year. I mean, it probably won't fall on a Valentine's anyway, but we have a year to figure that out. I don't think we can tell the same story, can we?
We'll have to figure out something.
We can tell the story of how we got married.
Yeah. That's good. We'll have Neil on. We'll have Alyssa and Neil on, and they can talk about their story.
Yes.
There you go.
I'll watch that.
Yes. I'll take that one.
Alicia says she truly appreciates you streaming down there when you were down, Lawrence.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Tina says, thanks for another great Diz pod. You and Lawrence are doing a great job, says Neil. That means a lot coming from you, Wookie cookie eating great friend, Neil. I love you. And Disney String Band Lover says, Lawrence, it was great when the cast members were helping Finley look for the screw for the bubble wand. The problem was on Saturday when there was a missing button for my shirt. Katherine didn't have cast members looking for my button.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I looked for that button all over her stroller, in my little sewing bag. Like, where is that button? I must have dropped it out of animation when I was getting her changed. Sorry.
PDC, thank you so much for those kind words. We appreciate that so much. Appreciate your attendance. It's amazing. You're there all the time. So many of you are there all the time, and don't think I don't notice that. I'm very visual. I see all the names. I know when people come in. I know when they leave. I know on the average when they do it. Benjamin showed up on the scene just a few weeks ago, right? And he's been there all the time. We love you, Benjamin. Keep on coming in. Alicia is so dedicated. All of our moderators are super incredible. You are the best team in Disney World. I'm telling you that right now. And I mean it. Annette Morales is always here. Just all of you. Purple Pleasure. She could be better with attendance. She even shows up in person.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Angelina, you know Angelina, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm kind of related to her. She's my sister.
Yeah, that's your sister. That's right. So Andy Powers, always so dedicated. There's too many of you to name, but I know all of you. And I know who's here all the time. And even if you're just here a little bit, I appreciate that too. Don't get me wrong. We love you all for coming in. We know you have other things you can do, and to spend it with us, it really means the world. Shirley Renee, make sure she comes out and visits us when she can in the parks. She's done a good job of finding us a couple times, and that's been great too. Jen W. hung out with me for a little bit towards the end of the night on Monday night. We took the monorail back together, and that was horrific. So before I let you all go, that was horrific. So we ended the night at the Contemporary, right? Live. We went on to the monorail immediately, and we sat there for, it felt like 30 minutes, but it was probably 15 minutes we sat there at least before they said we had to get off, and they had to wait for another monorail to come and get us. So that happened. When that finally happened, we got 2/3 of the way down the track, and then we stopped again for a while because the monorail that was broken down was not moving again. So it was a rough time trying to get to the car on Monday night, for sure. I didn't go to bed till about 2 a.m. So there was that. All right, everybody, we love you all. The next Diz Pod, of course, is 7 p.m. Eastern time next Wednesdays. And the members only podcast will be 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays, just before the Diz Pod. The next time we're live in the parks is Universal Studios for Mardi Gras and Alyssa and Neil will be joining us. That parade is a Maze Diz. Come check it out. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll try some foods, and we'll do our best to have some fun for a few hours. That one always starts a little bit later, but we'll start as soon as we can, and we'll probably take you all shopping just to drag out some time and hang out with you, because as you know, it's harder to live stream in those parks because you can't do many rides, but we'll guarantee that we hang out with you all for a few hours for sure on Saturdays. So make sure you come out and see us, everyone. We love you all. And so for the Diz Pod, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody, to you and your families. We appreciate you all. And so, yeah, for the Diz Pod, Bree says stopping by to say happy Valentine's Day. Going to watch the replay later since I just got home. Definitely watch it, Bree. I think you'll love it. It was great. The girl Tammy was on. We talked about our love story, and there's some twists and turns in there you're going to want to hear. Lawrence talked about his with Catherine. So the girls were here. It was amazing. Janice H., have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you did. And so for the Diz Pod and for Tammy, I'm Corey.
And for Catherine, I'm Lawrence.
And we still never know how to end this thing, but we're Diz Pod Bros.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Diz Pod.
Good night.
Good night.
People living of any allowed to come out of hiding.